in the country, they have a chance to do that here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top-5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
The Trojans use their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he had just enough to will that one home. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He'll take it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop. the 28.
Well, if you needed any evidence that this coaching staff trusts their big offensive line, you saw it right there. 4th down, they go for it deep in their own end, and it pays off.
Come on. Don't you think they thought it was 3rd down?
Somebody on the sidelines got some explaining to do, but he's breathing a lot easier now that they were able to pick it up.
Still looking, on the move. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires left. He makes a catch. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Runs through a tackle. Makes a pass to Marker. Maybe a crease. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Fullback's got it. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you gotta throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Jaron Kiave Songapolatelli finds his man. It's Bowman. Breaks into the open at the 20. Touchdown, Trojans. Once he got some room, it was over. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Fighting off the defender. Flying out to the left. The 40. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Handoff to the fullback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Throwing, Sangabowatelli. He makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So,
right, Luke Rockne, Eric Parsegian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we can keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
From the gun on third down, Sangabowatelli. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
The Trojans will send out the punt unit. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Notre Dame comes out of the break facing 3rd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr throws to the wideout. It's complete. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly, and they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Carr. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. The run inside. It's Mobley. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He breaks a tackle. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Under fire. And down he goes.
Nose tackles and those 3-4 defense are usually space eaters that just make sure guys don't get to linebackers. This guy said, no, sir. I'm a nose tackle with some pass rush ability. Gets to the quarterback. How about the sack from the big nose tackle?
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. The option look. He'll toss it. Still running at the 40. They finally knock him down. What a great pitch and run on the option. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Miller with the ball. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game and let's just get him into a rhythm.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Running inside, it's Miller. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Sangapolitelli finds the tight end. Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
The give on the option. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This crowd knows when to bring it. Now here's Sangapolitelli. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Making side adjustments here. On the direct snap, it's Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Throwing. Carr. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Fakes it past the marker. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch, they've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good rhythm.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. JKS. It's on target and complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's looking deep. He's got it inside the 30. Off and running. Touchdown, Trojans. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime.
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. One more snap coming before halftime. Might be calling a hot route. On the direct snap, it's Williams. They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon taking on the number 11 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Ducks looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. The quarterback making adjustments. Direct snap. It's Williams. Breaks the tackle. Picks up the first down. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And that one will put them up here in the second half. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. Here's the return from inside the 25. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Now they'll try to answer that opening scoring drive here in the second half. The give is to Miller. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. There he goes!
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Darren Chiave Songobolatelli. Just a short pass to the tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Back to pass on second down. Swings it out to the flat. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, USC.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Third and 6 yards to go. Third down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. At midfield, he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense up.
Oh, he's getting ahead of stick. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. He wants to change this route. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Some room. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
Notre Dame right back to the line. Looking for a gap. It's Young. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They're in the gun. 3rd down. Here's Carr. Quick pass and catch, good enough for the first down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 20th of the season. And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Here's Here's C.J. Carr to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Past the 50. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. He just set sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
And he muffs it. It's loose. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Lots of running room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Trojans. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking and understanding it was coming. And then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one, and that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
He'll bring it out. It's Young. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This should be the last play of the quarter. This is a designed run. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Notre Dame with a second down play to start the fourth. Quarterback may change this route. Carr unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Brings it. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. The 30. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The Irish punch back.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will?
It's a seam wide open. The 20. He's at the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Trojans. The Trojans with the answer.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And they did tack on the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Young. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Carr. Unloads to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Carr. Looking for a huge play. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. The RPO, it's complete. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. Traveler in the entire Trojan nation starting to feel their oats as SC has built a lead in this one.
I'm impressed, too, with the Trojans of this one. They've got a lot of competition in conference week in, week out. You don't get a break when you go out of conference to play Notre Dame, but mentally, they've had a lot left in the tank. They are dominating Notre Dame here.
And it's so fun to watch year after year. Great uniforms, great football. This matchup, the Jewel Shillelagh, every single year is always fun to watch.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Play fake, Carr. Pressure coming, and they got him.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
He's going to take off. Fires to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. Hits the accelerator to the right. He's at the 10. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Here's Carr to throw. Going for the big play. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. He's going to get loose. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Hill. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it-runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Throwing Sangapolatelli. Right on the money. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got the back over the middle. There he goes! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The offense changing the play. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. Give to the fullback. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And the thing I like about giving it to the fullback right away, it hits downhill right now. Very little chance for a ball handling mishap. No fumbles. He secures the football, wraps it up, falls forward, and usually gets positive yards.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the